TIFU by forgetting to bring my wallet to Wendy's. 2 days ago, I, 16M, went to Wendy's for a late-night craving. I pulled up, ordered, and drove to the window, only to realize that I didn't have my wallet. I had no cash in my car and I didn't have any type of electronic payment set up. Immediately after the man opened the window, I let him know that I accidentally forgot my wallet. I felt awful, as the food had already been prepared, so it was too late to cancel. The guy asked me if I had Apple Pay or anything, but I unfortunately did not. Then, this absolute legend paid for my meal. I was beyond grateful that the food didn't go to waste and the guy was generous enough to cover the cost of the food. I felt terrible about not paying for my food, but I ate it and went back home. The next day, yesterday, I decided that some fries and a chocolate frosty sounded good, and I went to Wendy's. It was at about 8 p.m., and this time, I made sure that I had my wallet. I ordered and pulled up to the window, but this time there was a different guy at the window. I paid for my $7 of food with a $20 bill, and when he handed me the change, I asked if he knew who was running the window the night before at about 10 p.m. Luckily, the guy from before was standing right there, so I gave him $10 for covering my meal the night before. I'm so grateful that people like this man exist. If not for him, some good food would have gone to waste. TLD, or make sure you bring your wallet. It's always nice when dealing with nice, decent humans. I switched wallets for vacation and forgot to put my ID in the new wallet. Didn't discover it until I was 3 hours away and trying to go through the TSA line to catch a flight. That was not fun. Thank you for being the guy that came back to make it right. Kindness like that deserves kindness in return. That guy works hard for his money. The fact that you went back to make good on it puts you in a class with him and few others. Some random dude in front of me in a mini-mart bought my beers for me a few days ago. Didn't even forget my wallet. He just those were tasty beers and paid for 'em. It was dope. I felt like a pretty lady even with my beard. I used to work for Wendy's. I did the same occasionally for nice people. I'd say about half returned and paid us later. My wife and I went to Chipotle once. We ordered our food, got to the register, and I reached for my wallet to pay. Nothing. I apologized to the guy and explained that our apartment was literally 2 minutes from the store if he wanted to just hold the food until we got back. He was the manager and said, "Don't worry about it. I see you two in here all the time. Just enjoy and have a good night." It's especially sweet that you went back and gave him some cash. You both are great people. At Taco Bell, it's basically unofficial company policy to just give the person the food for free if their card declines or whatever. They're not paying oop. It's just that otherwise they'd have to throw it away. So it's entirely possible that this employee didn't pay for your food, but you just gave him a big tip for the free food. Either way, you did nothing wrong. Great story. I've had similar situations, but I was a regular at the restaurant and they knew me. They never asked for repayment, but I brought in so many friends the following week. I leave a $20 bill and a roll of quarters in my car. Never know when you need it. Like forgetting your wallet. I'm anonymous on here, so I can tell this story. This lady had 2 small children shopping at the Dollar Tree, where everything is $1. She was buying a bunch of food, but ended up putting a lot back because she didn't have enough to cover it. She was a couple customers ahead of me in line. She had started to tear up a bit. As we were leaving, she was outside buckling her little ones in. I gave my wife $40 and had her go over and give it to her so as not to spook her. She actually cried and gave my wife a huge hug. Said that was all the money she had. She bought enough food for a couple days and couldn't even put gas in her car. She was going to drive home and would be stuck the rest of the week with no gas. We did it outside so as not to make her feel bad and not draw attention to ourselves. Wish we were more financially stable and could do stuff like this more often. As a parent of a 7-year-old now, I can appreciate how much being able to feed her kids meant. We had been trying unsuccessfully to have a kid for about 10 years when this all went down. We should all be willing to help whenever we can. A little kindness goes a lot farther than you think. Good on you for going back as well. I'd have done the same. What a nice story. Good on you for paying him back too. That probably reinforced that he did the right thing, even if he wasn't expecting to be paid back. It's nice to see people can still do good things. I want my children to grow up and choose partners with this amount of gracious decency. Heart, 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 heart. I did the same thing with a Dunkin' Donuts years ago. When I first ran into a very well-paying job, I forgot my wallet. The guy covered it for me. When I went back the next day for my delicious crack bean juice and wake-up wraps, I paid with a $100 bill and told him to keep the change. I worked at a Wendy's as a teenager. One lunchtime, the line of cars was around the store and the food was lined up inside, bagged, and ready to go. For the 5 cars between the window and the drive-up order sign, the payment transactions were taking longer than the food prep. The manager just handed out the food to clear the line. No charge. Told the customers, "Thank you. Please pull forward. See you soon." I learned a lot working there. You should apply. Wholesome TIFU. Wait, you can drive at 16 there? Damn.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.